Welcome back to the video. I was looking at this chart of Bitcoin. Well, I was looking at all of the major cryptocurrencies, and then I had a look at Bitcoin as well. And I noticed that there's something really impulsive move pending in Bitcoin. So if I look at this chart right from the bottoms of November 2022, then I would like to assume that the move after that is some sort of impulsive in nature. For that, we would have to keep the low at a constant value of around 15,459. Let me get that exact low. So the low is around 15,501. Okay, so if I look at the chart from this low, then I tentatively start to assume that looking at the price action, that this is some sort of impulsive move that is going on, and the correction which we are having right now, right from 73,000 levels down till the low of 49,538 was all routine and correction, was all transit move, and it is all going to be over sooner or later, and a move on the higher side is going to start sooner or later. And if that is the case, then what are we really looking at? So if I count the move right from here, then I would count it as 1 2 1 2 3 4 3 4 5, and this as some sort of flattish move. And then I would be able to label this entire move as impulsive as well. So this is impulsive, this is impulsive. Between two are corrective moves, then I would start to assume that the next move is obviously going to be higher. So let's start labeling this. Let's start labeling this as A. This is A, B, C. So I had some thoughts of whether I should mark the top end or the end point of wave C as here, or at the high of, what's the highs, around 71,912. So that would mean that the fifth part of wave C has truncated, and well, that is all okay if all the other rules are satisfied, and I really don't have any problem in labeling this wave C, the end part of wave C, at this junction of 71,912. So let's label this as ABC, and probably this as wave D, or even I could label this as the wave D, or I could take it to the next higher low, which comes around what the low is around, I think 52,756. So it's all possible. If I want to label this, I could label it in 100 different ways, but just to save time, I would like to plot wave D at the low of 52,700. So if that is done, if A is done, B is done, C is done, D is done, then I would probably start to anticipate that the next move on the higher side would be in wave E. So that is what I'm really looking at: A, B, C, D, E, and ideally I would be looking at wave E to at least cross above 73,000. And when the overall momentum picks up, there is a very fair chance for wave E to extend on the higher side as well. So let me use a trading wave chart. So if I look at this chart, and let me put it to auto. Okay, so if I look at this chart, then I could very well see that Bitcoin is into this parallel channel, wherein I have marked this trend line. I've used this trend line by plotting the lows of wave B and wave D, and I would have to duplicate it, or I would have to clone it and add it up to the top of wave C. So let's do that. Then I get a target which comes somewhere around this area of, I think, 1 lakh to 1,20,000 zone, depending on how fast or how slow the move goes. Or if I have to go the traditional method of just counting the previous the length of previous moves, then I think that would ideally take us somewhere around, I think that is somewhere around 1 lakh zone. So 1,03,000. Okay, just to be precise, just to be exact, it would take us somewhere around 99,400. So let's round it off to 1 lakh. So that is what I'm really looking at, 1 lakh levels from here, where Bitcoin is currently trading at 63,000 levels. Or let's get some other levels. If I use this trendline extension, Fibonacci extension, then I get this target, which is around 130. So yeah, this is pretty much the zone which I'm looking at. 1,10,000 to 1,30,000 range in a couple of months. I think 6 to 8 months down the line is fairly achievable, is quite possible in Bitcoin. So I would start to turn really bullish after we close out the previous swing high. So the previous swing high comes around, I think, what's the precise level? 73,794. So closing above, monthly closing above 74,000 would mean that Bitcoin has turned super bullish, and it would see a rise of another 30-40,000 in next 6 to 8 months. Well, that was it for the video. Thank you.